Hello everyone, today I want to do a real quick review on the Fiskars Hookaroon 28-inch. So this is, on the handle it calls it the Fiskars XA22. It is it's a Hookaroon, also called a Pickaroon, also called some other things, but those are the two most common names. This one was $51, and it was on Amazon at least. 51 bucks on Amazon. You can find a ton of different versions of this by various manufacturers for the prices between 40 to 80 US dollars. Most of them are falling right into that $50 to $60 price range. So this one's right in the middle of that. I want to talk about this one specifically and kind of give a quick little demo and talk about what I use it for mostly. So yeah, to get right into this one, I'll talk about the features. So one of the things I actually like, which I didn't think I would in the beginning, is that it comes with this little handle, which is pretty, oh damn it, it wasn't supposed to do that. I was just about to say it was pretty sturdy and it doesn't come out of there, but a real world testing, right? Not that anyone's gonna be shaking these as a tambourine, but I suppose if that's all you have. But okay, what I like about the handle, it's got a little tab to help hold it in, and then a rotating tab to help hold it in, plus a little notch to keep it secure and in place. It's a very simple system. You just move that tab aside and just slide it out. Slide it in, lock it up, slide it out. I wish this thing was a little bit more brightly colored because I use mine out in the woods mostly. Same with this thing. The orange is really nice to help you find it very quickly if you're working in a kind of a larger area with a lot of brush. I wish they had some bright color up near the handle up top here too, where these flanges come out. But overall, I'm very pleased with this thing. It's got a boron steel beak, and this beak is really sharp. I've used and abused mine quite a bit, hitting rock, hitting frozen logs, hitting the road sometimes when I'm going from my trailer to get them into my little wagon to bring them into the backyard. But the head of the thing is incredibly strong. Absolutely no bending. I beat the snot out of mine so far. I've had it for about 2 years, so that's been really good. This has what they call a fiber comp handle. It's just a plastic composite. I've used many other Fiskar tools before, mostly hatchets, axes, and some splitters. I have only once ever busted apart the head flange here of one of the Fiskar tools, and that was because I was knowingly abusing it. I put it into a log, and I took another big sledge, and I was hitting the top of it, and it survived way longer than it should have. So I did that to the thing. This should last you plenty long, as long as you're using it right. It also has a lifetime warranty. I have not had any experience with Fiskars warranty, but from what I hear, they're pretty good. They stand behind their product. Yeah, so it's got the handle flares. It's got this hook down here, works really well. You can easily slide and catch the tool pretty quickly. That's the one thing I do like about the fiber comp as far as grip goes, is that it slides between your hands pretty good, even with gloves on. That's obviously a downfall too, right? I haven't had any issues gripping this thing, but a couple of times it's come close. That's my biggest complaint about this tool, is that I wish it just had a little bit more grip, but it has not been an issue yet. Certainly something I can live with. Yeah, they call it their non-slip grip. The orange part's a little bit more grippy than this black part, so some more of that orange material up here would be really nice. Yeah, full lifetime warranty too. So uses, what I use it for. Obviously, this thing is used to move wood around. So whether you are in the forest and you have freshly fallen trees and you're splitting them up into 8-foot lengths and then you're starting to buck them, this makes it really easy to move them around. And its biggest use, I would say, is just picking wood up and placing it somewhere else. It's a total back saver. My lower back has seen many better days. This is precisely why I bought this tool. But if you're in really good shape and you're only moving like half a pickup load or something like that, and you perhaps you're in a little bit of a rush, I would say that this thing is going to slow you down big time. It's so much faster to just pick a log up, pick a log up rather than having to whack into each log, pick it up, grip it 2 hands, and then pry the tooth out. It's not terribly difficult, and you do get a lot quicker at it with time. You learn just how much you need to pry this thing in order to get it out of the various types of wood. It will easily go into the rounds too. Again, I've never sharpened mine once, and it bites just like on day one. So what I use it for most is honestly clearing trail. We got some property, a couple dozen acres or so, and every year we got freshly fallen trees. I mean, that's what this wood pile you see over here is. I fill this thing up every winter and spring. I go get whatever is freshly fallen, come here, I use my little home light splitter, and I split it up. So this thing comes in handy when I'm managing these smaller pieces of wood. But when I'm clearing new four-wheeler trail or clearing trail where we've had some fallen trees that need to go, this thing is incredibly useful because you can just, I don't know why I'm using that piece of paper when this thing's right here. See, it takes a little bit to get out sometimes, but you can whack this thing down into a log and very easily pull the log from multiple different directions. You can whack it into the log and very easily rotate the log like some log tongs or something. It's probably not going to work as well as log tongs or whatever those things are called, like timber tufts. But for rotating logs, this thing works well enough. But you can also just drag the log out of the way real quick, and it saves your lower back. So that's why I got it, and it certainly has helped me quite a bit. I would say for jobs like that, it's going to save you time in the long run. For jobs like just taking wood from a pickup to a pull behind wagon, you know, if you don't need the tool because of your lower back, just do it by hand. It's going to take 5 times less amount of time. So yeah, that's basically what I use it for, are pulling logs and getting these bigger, heavier ones. So you just bucked up like 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. You want to get them in your little like ATV trailer or something. It's easy to just whack, go down to the lower flange, pick the whole thing up, set it into your thing. Roll the next one over to you closer, whack, and load your little trailer. That makes it so much easier, so much less bending over with your back and stuff. Here's my little tips. Just like with any type of a chopping, whacking tool where you're going to be using that kind of a motion, you want to be careful. Highly recommend like steel toes, gloves, and glasses and all that stuff. I usually wear all that. Grippy gloves will definitely help. And take extra care with this point. I've heard stories about this thing going through like truck beds and stuff. I don't know if they were composite steel or aluminum or what, but this thing it is a solid point. Very, very sharp. And these teeth, of course, help it to stay in whatever wood you just sunk it in. No idea what these teeth are for. Perhaps for rolling a log, something like that. I don't know. But you never want to swing at a log that's between your legs, and unless you're using full concentration. I still do it. That's not how you're supposed to use the tool, because at the end of a long, hard day, I've had a couple of times where this thing has glanced off and just missed my shin. So imagine getting one of those. I mean, that'd just be really hard to walk with that thing like that, right? But yeah, just be careful out there. Awesome tool. I would absolutely buy it again. If you have the shorter 12-inch version, please tell me what you use that thing for, because I may get that one too. I just right now don't have a use for it. But yeah, the Fiskars 28-inch Hookaroon, great tool, durable, lifetime warranty, super lightweight, can't go wrong.